let's end the album with this one. This feels better, you know. Snuff is one of those tunes, and I get into arguments with fans all the time about this. Everybody's just like, oh, it's just a leftover Stone Sour song. It's like, no, I wrote that for Slipknot. You know, I didn't expect them to use it, to be honest, but I wrote that specifically for Slipknot because it was one of the. First of all, it was regarding one of the heaviest times of my life. It was one of the heaviest disappointments, one of the heaviest heartbreaks I'd ever felt. And it took years to get through. Even after moving on and being in different relationships, that haunted me for a long time, you know? And it was brutal. And it was one of those things where it's like you knew you weren't supposed to be together. But there was just something there that felt so good. And when it was ripped away from you, it just felt like there was a hole in your chest, man. And knowing that and having to discard those feelings was tough, you know. I've made peace with it in the last, call it 8 years. But it was a tough time for me. So writing that down and sharing that with people was probably one of the heaviest songs I've ever written. And when I describe that to people, then it makes sense because with Slipknot, everything we're trying to do is not only heavy but emotional. It comes from that prism of emotion and heartbreak, depression, angst, but then self-awareness to realize that this pain can become something beautiful. You know, and that's really at the heart of everything that Slipknot is, that this pain can become something beautiful, you know. And I was just lucky that the band took it seriously and were able to, and it was really Paul, man, to his credit, that led the charge on that song. Like, he was the one who really saw the potential of it. And to this day, it reminds me of him now. It no longer reminds me of the hell that I'd gone through. It reminds me of Paul, and that to me is one of my favorite gifts that Paul ever gave me as a musician. So that one really is pretty special, you know. And I still can't convince these guys to put it back in the set. We've only played it live 4 times, so now I do it with my solo project. But maybe if you guys yell at my band, like, as collectively, just be like, play Snuff! They might do it. I highly doubt it. They don't listen to me, and they're not going to listen to you guys. So, but yeah, it's probably one of my proudest moments too.